This week on my sewing journey, I've been working on a doorstop. Now this is quite large, as you can see. It consists of a used jar that I washed out thoroughly because you don't want to get mold in there. And I filled it with marbles so that it would be a weight to hold the door open. And I drafted my own pattern for the kitty design. Now you don't have to use a kitty. You can use anything you want. You could make yours into a doll or a dog or whatever you want. So what I did was, I like to do everything on the fold. So this side is the fold, by the way. I started by making my cat's head. So a little small line and then up for the ears. And I see her ear came off. I lost the tip of her ear. It was taped to this. Then I came down like sort of like a half, kind of like coming down like a half circle, curving it in for the neck. Now I measured the neck of the bottle around because I wanted mine to be a little loose. So I figured 2 inches would be good. And then I came down for the shoulders, and then I had to measure the circumference of the jar to make sure that this was going to fit around it. And I gave myself a lot of room because I know I'm probably going to be washing this a lot. And I came down to the end of the jar. So that's how I got that. Now for the feet and the tail, here's the foot. I just kind of made like a half of an oval. Just don't forget to put your seam allowances. That way it doesn't come out too small. And I cut 2 of these on the fold. The fold is up here for the 2 front legs. Now for the tail, the fold is back here. And I just kind of just eyeballed it, making like a little curve up there, like a little triangle here and a little curve there. And cutting it out, sewing the body, right sides facing together, all the way around, leaving the bottom open. Because like I said, I know I'm going to be washing this a lot because I own a cat, and I think she would probably be all over this. Now for the cat's head to puff out like it is, what I did was I made 2 pillows to go in there that were shaped from this. So I cut this out and I made 2 small pillows, stuffing them with leftover quilt batting, and stuff that in the head. And the actual cap of the jar is right here. So it goes right in between those 2, and that puffed out the head. And then for the feet, I haven't sewed them on yet, I filled them with leftover quilt batting, and I did the same with the tail, but they were sewed right sides facing together, leaving that much to turn to the right side open, and then just sewed all the way around, turned it to the right side, put the quilt batting in, and then hand sewed it shut, and did the same for this one. I left a little bit more room to get the quilt batting in, pinned them where I thought they would be, and I'll be sewing that on by hand or maybe by machine, because I don't know if my cat's going to get too interested in this. And ditto with the tail. The tail, I left myself a place to open up. It's on the bottom here. And I sewed right side facing together, leaving that open, put the quilt batting in there, and then sewed it shut by hand and pinned it on where I thought it would be. I hope you like this idea, but I'd like to thank you for joining me today. Thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing, and happy sewing.